It was wholly unlike my memories. The lands of my childhood had changed beyond imagining. To where had I returned? We tread on, the darkened skies above a mirror to my heart, clouded with fear and uncertainty.
How bizarre. This cannot be Yasulani, can it?
My home. It's in ruins. But why? What happened here? And where is everyone?
I had a look in a few of the other houses, but they had clearly been abandoned.
Damn it all. None of this makes sense.
Excuse me? Are you looking for someone?
Of course, I recognize this music.
I apologize for giving you a fright. However, I did have reason to keep to the shadows. Sorolja has told me a great deal about you.
Sorolja?
Greetings, and welcome to the realm of Alexandria. I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Queen of Reason?
If you are the Queen of Reason, is there perhaps a...
Yes, if you mean to ask if there is a King of Resolve. Sorolja holds that title, and together do we reign.
Then you are both behind the attack on Tulihiola.
And I doubt you're here to offer us a warm reception.
No, you have it all wrong. I am not come to fight. Sorolja rules alongside me, but that is a matter of expedience. In truth, we are at odds, he and I. It is at considerable risk to myself and my people that I come before you to beg your aid.
Our aid? I'll admit I cannot imagine King Sorolja is keen to share and share alike. But if what you say is true, you're still the Queen.
Indeed. But I was once the sole ruler of Alexandria. Until one day, he appeared, bent on conquest. In my weakness, I feared his power. So I persuaded him to forego violence and strike a bargain. I would remain queen, and he would receive technology that would empower him to achieve even loftier ambitions, along with the knowledge to use it. A gamble, to be sure, but if it might spare my people...
If I may, the dome surrounding these lands was erected but recently. How is it he was able to not only invade, but instate a new system of leadership in a mere matter of days?
I've never heard of your realm. And this place is, or at least was, Yasolani. The house I grew up in is still here. But 3 years ago, that tower and these strange contrivances weren't. Nor was our village in ruins. Where did you come from? And what happened to the people who lived here? You must know!
I realize how confusing this all must be. Truth be told, I don't fully understand it myself. What I can say is that one day, people from your Tuliolol suddenly appeared here in Alexandria. Or perhaps it was we who found ourselves in Tuliolol. Until but recently, we were completely unaware of events taking place beyond the barriers surrounding our realm.
Does this not remind you of the Crystal Tower? How after the 8th Umbral Calamity, we devised a means to transport the Spire across time and space from the source unto the First. Granted, this is on a much larger scale, if that is indeed what has happened. Not only the people and structures, but also the surrounding environment. Regardless, the people of Lakeland perceived the arrival of the Crystal Tower much as the Queen describes her own experience. Sudden and inexplicable.
Well then, you appear to have a better grasp of our circumstances than we do. Indeed, more than I dared hope. In which case, a closer examination of the effects of this phenomenon may afford us more insights. Allow me to take you to the outskirts. A number of the Shatona live there as well. Perhaps your acquaintances are among them.
Hold on. If we accept, there's no guarantee we're not walking into a trap. But if we're to defeat Zorolja, we need to understand how he grew so strong. Besides... you're right. Queen Sphene, before we go, Your Majesty, I have to ask, did you really have nothing to do with the attack on Tuliholal?
Noble Wook Lamart, shall we dispense with the formalities? I'll not deny the soldiers and airships that attacked your people are products of Alexandria. But it was Zorolja, not we, who fashioned them into weapons of war and laid siege to Tuliolol.
So he alone is to blame.
No, I may not have prosecuted this war, but I nevertheless bear responsibility for it.
Perhaps. I know next to nothing about you, let alone what you've been through. So by all means, show us around. I think we'll learn a lot from meeting your people.
Wonderful. If you would follow me. Is that concern or suspicion? If things should take a turn for the worse, might I call upon your aid? I jest, of course, but you do strike me as the most capable here.
Array of confusion. First off, they started doing the music that I've heard in 10 and 9 when she started being introduced. It's the same music they do as introduction for Garnet in Alexandria. Then on top of that, they're using the exact kingdom name of Alexandria in this instance. Plus, I'm seeing Final Fantasy IX creatures running around. So forgive me, I'm gonna have a bit of nostalgia just getting lost in the music and the critters.
Here we are.
This is the music
you'll
from
doubtless
Belgium.
find much of what you see in Alexandria strange, the traditional agriculture practiced in this village at least should be familiar.
Queen's Fiend? What business brings her here, I wonder?
The Queen has come!
You look well, Paquine. And Katonye, I see you've already taken to your new position.
When she introduced herself as queen, I was expecting someone colder. Honestly, she reminds me of you, Lamachi.
Not quite.
Me?
It's only natural for a ruler to love her people. And I should like to know them as best I can, even the most trifling details.
In that
The
respect,
more you
yes.
come to know them, the more you grow to love them. Who they are and what they've built.
That's it. Beautifully put.
And it would appear that she is well loved in turn.
Your Majesty, you honor us with your presence. And who are these fine people?
Tuliolol's vow of resolve Wuk-Lamat and her companions. They come from beyond the barrier, but you needn't worry. They are good people and are to be treated as my honored guests.
The rumors of a link to the outside are true, then. Wuk-Lamat is still so young. Where are my manners? I am Popone, a leader of sorts of the people living out here.
Papone? That is a Tonawaktanrig to it.
Right you are. I take it you hail from this region as well? Teshpiani, perhaps?
Yes, I do. I don't suppose you know a woman by the name of Kavkiwa?
Kavkiwa? I'm afraid I'm not sure if I've ever met someone with that name.
Oh. Mother isn't here. But it's a relief to know at least some of the people of Yasulani are alive and well.
Your mother, you say? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance.
You know my mother?
I do. Yes.
Then tell me, please, where is she?
I cannot say. Not here, but I promise I will in due time.
A soldier, that's why.
I have a question, Pepone. Do you recall what happened the day the dome first appeared?
The barrier? Well, I remember fixing a shelf that had collapsed after a terrible earthquake. Then the ground began to tremble. There was a brilliant flash of light, and then... Forgive me, my recollection of it all is rather poor.
You needn't push yourself, Pepone. After 30 years, no one could blame you for not remembering.
30 years.
30 years? As in 30 years in the past?
Absurd though it may sound, there is no doubt in my mind the events that led to the joining of our lands occurred 30 years ago. Which is not to say I understand why our perceptions of the intervening time are so radically different. We only just became aware of the discrepancy when Zoralja's military base was completed, and we were at last able to venture beyond the barrier.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
30 years. Little wonder Zoralja assumed our father had already passed away.
It's not unlike how time passes differently in the First and the Source. The fluctuating space of the rift between them disrupting temporal equivalence. Perhaps the same holds true here, and time flowed faster within the dome.
This piece.
I was able to make contact with Y'shtola not long ago via link pearl, so that shouldn't be cause for concern. And based on the Queen's account, this encampment may have come to serve as a physical bridge between the two planes, after which the dome was forced into the Source's temporal flow.
If we're to be certain of anything, we need more information. Sveen, would it be all right if we had a look around and spoke with the townspeople?
By all means.
Time to see what we can see of Alexandria, then.
And its people. I may yet find familiar faces among the survivors from Yasulani.
Even if I don't understand the half of it, I would learn more of this place before we confront Zorolja.
Perhaps you'd care to see how we make our living. Though we have always prided ourselves on the use of traditional Tonawatan farming methods, the use of electro-fueled technologies has led to countless agricultural innovations.
I would join you as well.
Ma'am, please, you needn't trouble yourself.
It's no trouble at all. And I promise not to cause any manner of distraction.
Reassuring words, or they would be had I not heard them countless times before. Very well, but do be careful.
Of course. I shall proceed with the utmost care. Now then, if you two would follow me, we can begin the tour.
I can't say that I trust her yet, but I trust that her affection for these people is genuine. And that's enough for me.
That is a bright red chocobo. That is a very bright red chocobo. Congrats to them. You hear that?
What's happening over there?
It's nearly time.
I'm glad you could make it.
Are you with us?
Queen Sphene has come to see you. We're here, Namika. Everything is going to be all right. What's the matter, dear?
No.
It can't be. That's the bangle I gave to Namika.
You know her?
Of course I know her. She was like a mother to me.
I see. She was always willing to lend a kindly ear to others, but rarely did she ever speak of herself.
Is it really you?
She must have arrived shortly before the barrier manifested. For us, it was perhaps days, but for her...
Namika, it's me! Wuklamat!
I'm afraid her time with us is nearly at an end.
Has she no more soul cells?
She always used hers sparingly, but at her age, it wouldn't make a difference.
Soul.
Ma'am, the ushers have arrived.
Thank you, Namika, for your many years of friendship. Take comfort in the knowledge that this is not the end. Be not afraid. Your memory will live on in us.
Living on in memory. The giants share a similar belief.
Wait, where are you taking her?
Worry not. She is being escorted to a medical facility in the tower. There we will ease her burden. I had hoped to make arrangements for her sooner, but she wished to remain here for as long as possible. I could not bring myself to refuse her.
Is there any way I might stay with her for a little while longer? We may not share the same blood, but she was my mother. Please.
Let us give them some time alone.
Soul charge.
She didn't speak, but I'm grateful that I could be with her at the end. Thank you.
It's not the end. Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that we have much to discuss. Where shall we begin?
Okay, that was the first red flag.
With what we can be reasonably certain of, perhaps. Between what we have witnessed and the testimony of Alexandria's inhabitants, it's safe to say that two distinct lands have indeed become one. What's more, having met Namika, there is no denying the divergence in the passage of time. Taken together, these phenomena strongly suggest that some manner of cross-rift displacement has occurred. Specifically, the displacement of Alexandria from another reflection to the source.
It does seem the most likely explanation.
What perplexes me, however, is the scale of said displacement. It far exceeds what could conceivably be achieved with a Void Gate, or even with the Crystal Tower. In essence, we are dealing with a localized instance of dimensional compression. The Ascians would no doubt liken it to a rejoining. Which invites the question, how was such a feat accomplished?
I wish that I had an answer for you, but this talk of reflections and dimensions is well beyond my understanding. I can only tell you that we lived peacefully under the barrier's protection for many, many years, until the day that peace was suddenly broken.
If I may clarify, the barrier predates Alexandria's displacement.
By several hundred years, yes. To when the continent we call home was ravaged by a devastating cataclysm. The barrier was erected to isolate us from the surrounding land's noxious influence.
I see. And it was only later that it was whisked away, along with its contents, by means unknown.
In other words, Sphin's as lost as the rest of us, right? The Alexandrians didn't mean to end up in Tural.
But of course, our next stop ought to be Everkeep. That tower over yonder. Once you have been registered as my guests, you will have access to Solution 9 and its residential district, where you will doubtless gain invaluable insight into Alexandria's state of affairs. Unfortunately, I cannot take you directly to where Zoraljar resides.
That you'd let us in it all goes a long way toward proving you're not content to let Zoraljar do as he pleases. But we're not talking about a simple difference of opinion here. I've come to avenge my father. And to do so, I intend to take Zoraljar's life. Are you willing to stand by and allow Alexandria's king to be slain?
A fair question. Permit me to answer it thus. My people come first. Their welfare is paramount. I will do everything in my power to keep them from harm. It is a ruler's duty. Now, I am off to register you at Everkeep. It may take some time, but you shall find the entrance open to you in due course. Oh, and ere I forget, your mother, Kafkiwa, you might try the Thunder Yards to the east.
The Thunder Yards? Is that where she is?
I'm afraid I can say no more than that. Make for the Thunder Yards, and all will be made clear.
It's not as if we have other pressing business. Not until we can get into this Everkeep, anyway. Thank you for earlier. And for being a friend to Namika these past 30 years. It means a lot to me.
Namika? I'm sorry, but I don't know who you mean.
Donnie? What?
What? We were just with her. If this is some sort of a joke, it isn't funny.
I don't mean to give offense, but I honestly have no idea who you are talking about. I'm sorry.
How can you not know who she is? You're in charge here. She was under your care.
Then in all likelihood, my memories of her have been stored in the cloud.
Pardon? You did not just say what you just said.
Any person seemingly forgotten without reason is probably there, in the cloud. Oh, I really must be getting back to work. If you'll excuse me.
What is this?
Erenville!
A trap?
It really is you!
Oh no.
Huh?
Who?
I just had to get a look at you in the light, and I can still hardly believe my eyes. But it is you, my darling Elenishpia!
What the fuck happened to you?
My darling, what now?
Huh?
Oh, it's so good to see you, my fussy little bun. But what are you doing here? What brings you all this way?
Confusion. Fussy. It can't be. No, no, no. That's messed up.
Why the long face? Aren't you happy to see me after all this time?
I know that laugh anywhere. Mother?
Why are you a machine?
Wait. Since when was your mother a weird floating thing?
And what have we here? Say, aren't you Galoo Jaja's kitten? I knew I recognized that adorable fuzzy face. Elenishpia was always so excited whenever you invited him over to play. You remember me, I hope?
I can't say that I do, but you know my father?
Appearances notwithstanding, it would seem this is my mother, Kafkiwa.
I'm sorry?
Oh, but this won't do. Come in, come in! Friends of my Elenishpia are always welcome.
I'm so
All I ask is a little forewarning, but no.
I'm so confused.
Just when I thought I was starting to get a handle on this place, how are things still getting stranger?
No. Poor bunny boy. Holy la la. No. Don't make her mad. Meanwhile, in Everkeep. That's a lot of souls. I'm assuming that's souls. Uh-oh.
You've been consulting with Wook Lamont. No matter. I do not know what you are scheming. But when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me. Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require, is it not?
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wook Lamont bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin, I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path. I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Tuliolo? What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family. The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing. To kill them is my only recourse. Wook Lamont and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I can easily kill your beloved family. If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as our goals align. So think well before you act, Queen of Reason. Wook Lamont, if you are father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me. But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuliolal.
What now?
Yeah, she seems like she's caught in the crosshairs. Don't think she's our enemy.
Everkeep, a tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
Spectacular, isn't it? are more districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Perfectly natural reaction. A city of shimmering electrode, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed the light back home in Tuliolo. Now, while I go and explain the situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore? I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations.
I can agree with that.
And you want to know more about Sphene and Zoralja's dominion, do you not?
It's no less than our duty.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Sphene's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the sentry scrutiny. The elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
All right then. We'll show ourselves around.
Yes.
I like...
Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
I like how
Try not to
Alice
enjoy
saying-
yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
Once you've explored to your satisfaction, come to the entrance to True View in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Understood. We'll see you later.
That smirk says it all.
I shall speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
What's with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
So, what aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That, I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe. But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in her. You must have been through a lot together.
You might say that. For instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Wait, what? You did? Why didn't you mention this sooner?
Gentle test and poke.
You want to explore together? It's not that I'm scared or anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
Come on, I don't want to be stuck with Wokomat. I like her, but they really shove her in your face. They're like, here, like Wokomat. Like her. No. She had her moment. And I get it. But, Like I said, I don't like dislike Wilhelmat, but they definitely like shove her hard into your face. I also, okay, here's another thing too. I just want to talk about the entrance real quick. This right here, this triangular shape entranceway, makes me think of another game. Cough, cough, Tower of Fantasy. Like, this makes me think a lot of Tower of Fantasy, but with like more irregular shapes. It's not as neat and computerized looking. Yeah, this makes me think of that, like right off the bat, like the entrance area. Just this whole area right here immediately makes me think of it. Just minus it doesn't have like the plant section right here down the middle, and it doesn't have like help desks in front of each of the advertising posters, as it were. Even that. What? Why would they put the line here? You would deny us exploration right there? And there? Really? I'm upset now. I see high place, I want to go there. I may be a dragon folk in the game, but I'm still fox, which is dog hardware on cat software, and I want to be on high places. I want to be up there. Nah. How big is this map? Looks like about the normal average size for a city. Still not allowed to pull out my mountain one, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so I'm with. Electrical imbalance. So maybe that reflections, like the first, ended up, you know, developing only in light. All other elements were absent. Maybe the same for them, but in lightning. Eyes are open. Again, if they're gonna make a space this big, they need more NPCs. NPCs or something. Given how many homes and buildings there is, there should be more NPCs.
Strange contraptions everywhere you look. What's that?
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits. Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians and has been for quite some time. But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing. Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these don't arise from nothing. There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
Very well. Be warned, though, that it may take a while. In the distant past, over 1,000 years ago it's said, lightning energy began to swell in our world.
I knew it.
According to ancient records that date back around 8 centuries, the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during which time severe thunderstorms ravaged the land. 4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year. The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved. But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation: electrope.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
Indeed. One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before. Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and convert it to other energies. In that instant, the scourge of endless storms became a blessing. Dubbed electrope, the ore found use in myriad inventions and dramatically improved people's lives. So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it, despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity. Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking electrope from others. Fighting was isolated and sporadic, until electrope came to be used in warfare. First in the weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had. This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war known as the Storm Surge. As the war came to a head, Alexandria's neighbor, Lindblom, committed its stores of electrope to the production of a weapon of mass destruction.
Yep,
they deployed it on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of the lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
You truly know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too sometime. But to continue the tale, the people of Alexandria had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of loved ones taken too soon. Though they yet lived, the cruel specter of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, our scientists turned once more to electrope, and after extensive research, they developed the means to preserve memory and soul. Physical death isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. This belief sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
That's quite a tale.
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
I have no souls.
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was. I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name!
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't bother me, nor do I think ill of this man. Hear me. Though I cannot grant you a soul, I mean it when I say I want you to live. I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope. I want you to find a happiness all your own, even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy. Out there, somewhere, is a reason for you to smile again. We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Yes, Mum. Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9.
Why did he say Mom?
I apologize for my
man.
rudeness. Good day to you.
Keep your chin up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents. I'm sorry you had to see that. Let's keep moving, shall we?
Dude, someone literally just insulted you.
Right. I believe we've visited all the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
That man from before, does that sort of thing happen often?
Somewhat. It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life. Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws. For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
Just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
No.
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamulja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zorolja, you'd be able to make all the decisions, right? Then we could work together to fix things, restore your realm to where it belongs, and see where we can go from there.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
She can't do much with the soldiers.
What is it?
Actually, never mind. It's nothing of import. Well, it was lovely showing you around.
Of course. Of course. Thanks so much for the tour. We've learned not only about your realm, but you as well. For now, our priority is Zorolja. But once we've dealt with him, perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiolal.
I'd like that very much.
For those of you who've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, she makes me think of Mantis. Very friendly, very kind, but has a dark secret she's trying to tell us but can't.
It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path. Forgive me, Vau Wuklamat, but I must disappoint you.
Something doesn't seem right. Yeah, she definitely gives me pre-Mantis vibes. Like, she really doesn't want to see us get hurt, but the same token, she seems to be like under somebody's foot. Or she's upheld by a purpose. I also want to note too, like, I'm gonna take a second. The way how they drop Final Fantasy IX lore, and they did not forget how Lindum and Alexandria were like alliances in the original game. I like how they didn't forget about that. And how the worlds are come to lightning. I'm kind of getting the whole vibe that she is in a similar situation like Zidane was in Final Fantasy IX. Like, she has a purpose that she has to uphold, and she thinks she's locked to it. I can definitely see that being a plausible thing for her. I'm theory crafting at the moment because of just how much they paralleled it with the game. But it also, we will have to like continue with the story and play with the idea a bit more. She definitely gives me pre-Mantis vibes. She also definitely gives me that vibe that she has a purpose she has to do, and she feels trapped, like she doesn't have a choice. I also think she's actually the reasoning maybe why they came to the source. I feel like. But that also could be not the case. It could be someone else pulling the strings, but we'll see. I am surprised to see how many humans I'm seeing. Because, like, any other reflections that we've been hinted at and showed at, like, there's humans, yes, but there's usually a little bit of variety in it of some kind. But in this one, there's none. It's just humans everywhere. That's a cool little poster. They have had fun with creating these posters here. They better be selling these on the actual Square Enix like website, because I would buy them. There's a lot of these that look really good. I might draw my own version of them. A machine that's not on? Again, they better have that stuff as a poster on their site. That one is really nice. I like that one. I like how they're twisting. Silhouettes of a lot of those are good. I might use that as inspiration for some artwork shortly. I know what those are. I know what those are. I know where those are from. Oh my god. Gosh dang it. I remember these.
Wonderful! They're here!
We've only just arrived ourselves.
Amazing.
I bid you welcome to the back room. Oblivion's humble headquarters.
A hideout tucked behind a drinking hole. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Yes.
Our members here are mainly creators and adapters. That is, scientists and engineers who specialize in electro. They use their skills to provide support to our field operatives. Geralt, Shale, be so kind as to give our friends an overview of your duties.
Well, there's provisioning. Gotta have supplies to fight a good fight, ain't ya? Luckily, we got the tools to craft most of what we need.
Gathering intelligence is another vital aspect of our work. Everkeep's core system is a veritable treasure trove of information. You just need to know how to get in and find it. We also handle surveillance and communications, watching the enemy's movements and coordinating our own, that sort of thing.
And among all our activities, we spend a fair bit of effort investigating preservation. The organization credited with laying the foundations of electrope technology. From the soul management system to Everkeep's design, they're behind just about everything you see here. It'd be no exaggeration to say they made this realm what it is. But their magnum opus was without a doubt the power which was used to join Alexandria to Tural. Interdimensional fusion.
Said power isn't unlike my summoning technique and the magic within Azam's crystal. Yet, though the effect is localized, to be able to fuse realities. Even with my knowledge, I struggle to conceive how it could be possible.
Incidentally, the founders of our group, a husband and wife, were members of Preservation at one point. That they opposed the fusing of worlds, and so defected in order to prevent it.
While not entirely unexpected, given what we have seen, this is still quite the revelation.
By the by, that's an interesting earring you have there. A novel way of carrying a data storage device.
Say what?
Oh, you didn't know? Well, as a precautionary measure against machine infiltration, we scan everyone as they enter. And when we scanned you, we detected a small quantity of electrope. Though it's been dressed up, that earring is a storage device and no mistake. Bought it from a shop here, did you?
No, it isn't bought, but inherited.
So these people sent you through the portal along with the earring?
Do you know aught of them?
Listen, Cryo. The husband and wife who founded our order. It's believed that they were Malala. Though we have no evidence at present, we can't rule out the possibility that they were your parents, or perhaps close relations. This I posit because they were the very individuals who spearheaded the research into interdimensional fusion. As traitors to preservation, they were relentlessly pursued. If they had a child they feared they couldn't keep safe, entrusting her to the people of another world might have been their best option.
My parents, the founders of Oblivion. Tell me everything you know about them, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Anything and everything.
We don't even know their names, I'm afraid. In a bid to elude preservation's agents, we suspect they erased all trace of themselves. I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help. If you're interested though, you're welcome to review our accumulated data.
Yes, please. As an individual and member of my order both, I wish to learn as much as possible.
I should also like to peruse the data. Where the joining of realities is concerned, I may well be of service.
Of course. Feel free to peruse to your heart's content.
Thank you.
If you like, I can examine your earring. I have to say, the prospect that it belonged to our founders has me itching to take a look.
Let's go look at your data finder.
I dare say we have enough eyes to pore over your records. Is there any other way we might be productive?
Poor Alice.
Not right now. We're still waiting for Zoralja to make the next move.
In that case, Alice, would you mind accompanying me?
Gladly.
I've buggered it up again!
Never a moment's peace. Pay him no mind. I don't.
Oi! You two there! One of you give me a hand, would you? Don't matter who.
I just remembered I have matters to discuss with Shale.
I'm gonna be in trouble. Oh no. Oh no. No. No, 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 no. You know. Don't grin. No, I didn't need that. I did not need that. Wait. Oh, that was the cat. The cat that tricks you when you try. It's like when it asks for a diamond, it tricks you. Oh my god. Why is it here? No, I know why, but. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they did that. Oh, I recognize that guy too. That's the squirrel monster you fight with the blue fur. What the fudge? Wait, what? Wait, why are people glowing like rainbows? What is going on? Oh. That explains it. I gotta go fast. Fast. Oh, it's gone. That was a fun experience.
I've been meaning to ask about that Mamolja child. Could he be...
Yes. In all likelihood, he's Zoralja's son.
So you think so too? But what is he doing here?
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the Drift Downs a few years ago.
To think he'd cast aside his child.
We can't say for certain who he was born to, or why he was on his own. But he's a blue-scaled Hubigo, and Zoralja is the only other one around. That being the case, everyone assumes they're father and son. Even the boy has put 2 and 2 together. This all happened when he was very little, so he has no recollection of his parents. It breaks my heart to think of it.
What's his name?
Gulja. It was my hope that he'd grow up to be a man of principle, like his grandfather.
It's a fine name.
I should mention that the boy is a little unusual. At first, I intended to raise him as my own, but just when I thought he was warming to me, he suddenly disappeared. We searched high and low for several days, and where should he turn up but in the wilds near Everkeep?
What? It's a miracle he didn't fall prey to fiends.
See? That's another unusual thing. Creatures don't seem to attack him. He could pick his way through the Thunderyards as if he were on a stroll. On making inquiries, we learned that he had been living alone and receiving food from the people of the outskirts. This became something of a pattern. We track him down and bring him back, only for him to disappear again within a matter of days. He would return to the wilds without fail, and once again rely on the kindness of strangers to survive. Finally, I took the hint and left him be, giving him the solitude he prefers, and lending a hand only when he explicitly asks.
If Gululja is Zoralja's child, that makes him my nephew. Assuming he's willing, I'd be glad to take him in like Papa did for me. But seeing as I'm here to kill his father, I don't know if it would be right.
Who was that?
The kid.
Oh dear. It's Gululja.
Don't tell me he heard everything.
Oh, this is my fault. I asked that he be kept away, but I should have taken more precautions.
I'm going after him. I need to explain.
Wait, Lamachi. I understand your haste, but it'd be best to coordinate a search. Kakiwa, do you have any idea where he might go?
There's no telling, I'm afraid. He could as easily be outside the tower as here in Solution 9.
If those who can fight would search below, my mother and I will scour the district.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get to it.
That's not just any town. Before I do anything, I have to mentally confirm if this is what I think it is, or where I think it is. Of course, there's soldiers here. This would have been the main square. This was the main square. And this is the wall.
He's come a long way on such short legs. It's a relief he didn't get hurt.
What's here, I wonder? So he's looking after those little ones.
Gululja.
Not another step!
What? A sentry?
Run, Gululja, run!
You know the boy. Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Wuklamat, and I've come to talk to Gululja.
Is that so?
I'm sorry if I scared you. I want to get to know you better. That's all.
And you, my boy, do you wish to speak with them?
I heard them talking. She said she's going to kill my father.
Villains! I will deal with them forthwith!
But... I want to get to know her too.
That makes her happy.
I see. If that is your desire, then I shall stand aside.
All right then. Let's talk, you and I. Lots. But, who's the ancient-looking and articulate machine?
If I look ancient, it is because I am. This has been my vessel for no less than 380 years.
Vessel?
Otis is my friend. When I was hungry and sad, he came and looked after me. He cooks for me and teaches me all kinds of things. Like how to read and write and not be noticed by dangerous creatures.
This machine cooks for you?
It's a lot like a...
And teaches you about fiends. What is he exactly?
Ah! How remiss of me. I had neglected to introduce myself. Sir Otis Valona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria. At your service.
You're Captain of the Knights?
soldier with whom you wish to speak. Not that I'm averse to taking a walk down memory lane. But ere I regale you, we must take our repast.
A meal. Here. I hate to turn down food, but I'd prefer to have this conversation in the back room.
Please, I'm really hungry.
All right, all right. A repast it is.
She gave in to the little one.
She's going to spoil her nephew silly. I'll send word to Erenville so the others can stop worrying.
Now, if I might prevail upon your assistance, I shall whip up my most delectable specialty.
Nahe, is that you?
Good gods, Ellen Nespia! It's been too long, my friend! Where have you been all these years? What have you been doing with yourself? Hold on. They say Queen Sphene has guests from outside the barrier. That's you, I gather?
It seems so. I'm looking for my mother. Do you know where she is?
Your mother? Sorry, but what was she like again?
What? It's Kafkiwa. You know, the one who was too adventurous by half? Who journeyed with the Dawn Servant?
It's not ringing any bells.
You can't be serious. Ours was a tiny little village. Surely you remember her.
I really don't. It's all a blank.
Is anyone else here from the village?
Hey!
Huh? Elenespia?
I'm looking for Kafkiwa. Where is she?
No, she dead?
What's this all of a sudden? Who's Kafkiwa?
This cannot be.
Oh no.
The memories of the departed are taken away. No.
MSQ, where are you? The others will be here soon, so hurry back, won't you? Do you hear me? Say something, would you?
That poor bunny boy. Gosh. No. What did he do to deserve this?
Why don't you come with us? You might get to see Sphene.
"'Tis a magnanimous and much appreciated offer, but I must decline. A part of me longs for an audience with Her Majesty, it is true. Yet, though it be in my previous life, I failed to protect my queen. I couldn't bear to show my face before her. Such an uncomely one besides.
All right. If that's how you feel, we won't force you. But rest assured, we'll visit with Gululja, and we hope you'll cook for us again.
It would be my pleasure. You are welcome to bring other comrades should you so desire. The more the merrier.
I've been looking all over for you!
Nostalgia, was it? What's the matter?
It's Zeralja. He marches to Vanguard.
So he's done waiting. But why weren't we alerted sooner?
Our transmissions are being jammed. The lookouts couldn't get through to us. Wayakoi is at Vanguard too, but I can't reach her. What are we to do?
Stay calm. Kafkiwa has yet to be alerted, yes? Take her to the back room as fast as you can.
Our link pearls may still work. I'll try contacting those in Tuliolo.
Oris, I need you to keep Gululja safe.
You needn't ask.
I want to go with you.
Absolutely not. A battle's no place for you.
Gululja, the people of the outskirts must be evacuated. For this crucial task, I require your assistance. Remember, when battle is at hand, anything can happen. Caution is as valuable as any blade.
Yes, sir.
I managed to get hold of Alphano. He'll inform Kona.
Good. How's the situation in Tulichola?
There's nothing to worry about, or so my brother assured me. With such short notice, though, I doubt they'll be fully prepared.
We've said that
They'll
before,
be ready,
and
I'm
what
sure of
happened?
it. The vow of reason is not to be underestimated. I'm coming, Zeralja. And we will finish this once and for all.
I think after this quest, I might call her. We'll see how it goes.
Zeralja!
Hello.
You disappoint me, Uklamat. We are foes, Yet you had my admiration for defeating Father and claiming the throne. But instead of coming for me, you gallivant with the resistance. Do I intimidate you?
I am here, brother. I did not run, nor hide. I have come to kill you. Let her go. Your quarrel is with me.
And will you settle it one-on-one, or call upon all and sundry yet again? Not that it would make any difference.
Dude, I have faith
No.
God, I would kill you.
Like Papa did, I'll face you alone.
Really? You believe you stand a chance? Have you forgotten how it ended for Father?
I remember you couldn't win without relying on other people's souls. Alone, I may be weak, but so are you.
So be it. Do not regret your decision. Release her.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I thought I was done for.
You don't!
That was too close.
Had you let her die, you could have dealt me a telling blow. Your compassion will be the end of you.
I'm not letting anyone else die. And you will never surpass Papa.
But I have. With these very hands, I slew him.
His body may be gone, but his spirit lives on, in us.
The Yokui's delusion is catching, I see.
It's no delusion. Papa's love for Tulihiola gives me strength even now. Ah! Come, let's get this over with. For my people and Sven's.
How gullible you are. All of this is Fiend's doing. Her objective is to harvest all life outside the barrier. Our interests happen to align, hence our alliance.
Liar! Sven would never do that!
The King of Resolve speaks the truth.
How did she...
The attack on Taral was no less my desire than Zeralja's.
You said you wanted none of this. It was a farce from the very start.
Yes, I used you.
So it was all just a lie then? What you said about loving your people as family? About wanting to see them smile?
I do this for them. For what it's worth, I'm sorry I deceived you. But I had no choice. If I'm to save my people,
I must take the lives of yours.
Behold, Wuklamat, the benevolent Queen Sphene. An illusion that orchestrated a massacre.
Endless, or machine, or whatever you are now, you bear the memories of the person you once were. You should still have a heart. When you speak of slaughtering my people, do you feel nothing?
Nothing is dearer to me than my people. It matters not whether they are living or endless. As queen, I will do anything to protect them. If it were you, could you have found another way? With your strength, could you have held fast to that which is dear without sacrifice?
I'm going to say yes.
What exactly do you seek to do? What are you protecting your people from?
You waste your words. There is no turning back. Is this the strength that the love of Tuliyollal lends you? A weak ruler walks a path of ruin. Tell me, which of us is worthy of their throne?
I already know. It will never be you! As long as you think only of yourself, you'll never be worthy. You'll never surpass Father or me! You can't rely on souls anymore. It's over.
Don't think you've won yet. Oh no, far from it. Give the order to the fleet. Raise Tuliyollal to the ground and harvest every last soul! It is over. For Tuliyollal, your works, your people, all will be ash before the day is done.
Don't tell me you've forgotten. I'm not the only Dawn's servant.
Well, come on then, you 10 bastards.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you're enjoying yourself.
What you doing? Are you still up?
I'm Head Sorrow. Nothing gets a hunter's blood pumping like a little danger.
Well now, it seems we have that in common. I haven't felt this alive in a good while.
The spirit. We promised Falcona we deliver him a mountain of scrap, and I'm not about to let these hollow men make a liar out of me.
Hey kid, the ones below are yours.
You got it. Wait, what do you mean below? Don't see that every day.
Hardly sporting, and this despite our best efforts to thin the enemy ranks. While it's not quite what we had planned, I'm glad we chose to remain in Tural.
As am I. 'Twas an unexpected but welcome opportunity to join in the defense of this realm.
And to his credit, Kona did ask very nicely. Still, it's a pity his brother had to delay our pleasure jaunt. But business always comes first.
Come no closer, you bastards!
That was a near thing. Are you all right?
You...
Saved your life. Yes, I know. Don't squander it.
I never thought you of all people would come to my rescue. Bakul Jaja. Thank you.
Ah, still rings odd in my ears. The thank yous. but I could get used to it.
Right. We're not done yet.
We're holding our own against their infantry. But what of that monstrosity and its escort? If they start bombarding us with cannon fire, we'll have no means of fighting back.
Worry not. We have a countermeasure.
I've not seen. Yes.
Bleeding dragon!
He said if we ever need help, he would get it.
What in the Navigator's name is it doing here?
Tuliyollal has entered into an alliance with Rads at Han. A wise and timely decision on Valkona's part.
Yep, the only ones that be flying away. Bastards.
Right in the nick. Tuliyollal shall never forget this debt. We will hold out, Lamachi. So keep your eyes forward, and do what only you can do. Finish this, and return home, safe and sound.
You're not the only ones who can fly in there, you motherfuckers.
Report from the fleet. The enemy has offered unexpected resistance. We've been forced to withdraw.
Useless. All of you.
Stop!
Your Majesty.
Enough of this! Enough! You swore you wouldn't harm my people!
Out of my way.
Have you gone mad?
When the army fails in its duty, it is the charge of the King of Resolve to clean up its mess. To achieve victory by any means necessary. Zoralja to Everkeep. Initiate court blood.
Huh.
Execute all civilians and commandeer their souls.
No! Damn you!
Stop! Please, Father, stop!
Kululcha! I told you not to come!
Kululcha.
You must flee, Kululja! It isn't safe!
I'm not going anywhere! I have to stop my father!
He won't care. He will kill you.
I am not your father.
Let him go!
Using a child as a shield. Have you no shame?
Release him at once, or you shall answer to me!
Pitiful relic. Kneel before your king.
No.
Otis? What's wrong?
Find me at the top of Everkeep. There, we will determine who is fit to rule.
And he took the child with him. You bastard.
I must protect them.
Yes, I am very excited about Dragon blowing up ships.
Ow! Ugh.
I have no more use for you. Be gone.
Father, wait! Father! Otis, Hamachi, you have to stop him. You have to.
What have you done?
Sveen, can't you order them to stand down?
The King of Resolve holds military authority. I cannot overrule his commands.
If there's something you can do, then do it! Your crimes are beyond forgiveness, but your people are innocent.
I like the last one. I hope you don't mind if I obliterate your army. Yep.
I deceived you all, and still...
The talk can wait. When you said that you wanted to protect your people, I trust you weren't lying.
Of course not! There's nothing I wouldn't do for them!
Then let's split up and get to work.
Do what you can do.
Looks like that does it for this area.
Look! The King's forces are on the move! There are still civilians on Trueview.
Well, we can't leave the wounded. Let's divide into 2 groups. Kryl, Raha, please stay here and render aid. The rest of us will go and deal with the machines.
All right. Otis! You've got to wake up!
Otis?
Right, he's deactivated. It should be safe to approach.
Otis! No! I remember you, Otis, so please remember yourself. You're a proud knight of Alexandria, a man who lives to serve the kingdom and its subjects. Otis!
Pray, stand back, Your Majesty. I am Sir Otis Bologna, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria. Upon mine honor, you shall harm neither my fair queen nor our citizens!
Otis. Thank you, Lord Captain, for the delicious repast, for everything.
The old units do not have regulators. Their souls cannot be recovered. He is gone. The Otis who so valiantly fought for us. I'm truly grateful for your help. Would that I had the time to thank you properly. But I'm afraid I cannot linger. There are urgent duties I must perform.
Hey, wait!
Is everyone all right?
We're fine, but Otis is...
So he's the one who was looking after Galulja.
Thanks to you, Solution 9 has been spared the worst. But the situation on the other levels is grim. We're currently assessing the full extent of the casualties. In the meantime, could you help us treat the wounded?
Is no one gonna ask where Bunny Boy is? No one? I hate to point this out, but no one has taken the moment to go, hey, where is he?